Okay guys, time has come. It's been long awaited. It's been about 2 months now, 2.5 months since the outdoor grow. I'm over here at the partner's house setting up my room. Got my lights up. Well, the fixture for the lights are up. Got my carbon filter going, mounted yesterday. I just did the ducting now. It's coming out the panda paper to the window. I just sealed up the window. Now that's going to be for my exhaust, and this is going to be for his intake, which I'm thinking about putting a Y down here on, so I can get an intake off of that as well. So I'm going to have to go back to the store and pick up a Y for the ducting for our intake. I don't know what he wants to do about his exhaust, but I'm sure we can hook up a Y right there for his exhaust if he wants. So here's our stuff. There's not much going on here right now. These were all clones that we took. These are all Granddaddy Perp in the front. Another Granddaddy Perp Hydro, White Widow Skunk, LSD. We got a White Widow Skunk clone Hydro here, Blueberry Widow Hydro, Bubblegum that didn't make it, and all the other empty slots. Unfortunately, there were Granddaddy Perps, did not make it. This last Perp is holding on, but I don't think she's going to make it either. He's got a Hydro clone here. Okay. So he's running a 600 watt Hortilux HPS. I'm going to run a 400 watt metal halide for my veg. Let's see. So here's all my equipment. Here's my shelf I brought over. Still have to organize it. Everything's a mess right now. Here's the system. Here's the 40 gal. Okay. It's actually, it can hold 47.5 gallons. Actually, wait. 222 gallons is 44 plus 7.5. That's 51.5. In actuality, I'm probably putting about 47 gallons in here, 48 gallons, maybe less, 45. But I'm going to go ahead and cement the joints, the 90-degree elbows, and get this going. And then I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and then when I get it up and going, you'll see it running, hopefully. So I set up my panda paper room here, so everything can be taken down if need be. But my partner here has the certificate, so everything's legit here. He's got his license, he's got his card, so good to go. And I have adapted role of caregiver, so I can be legitimized. Alright. Alright, so here we are again. Second day of the build. You can see here I got my lids, and I'm tracing out the squares so I can cut the holes in these baskets I found at the dollar store. Nice net pot, huh? So I'm going to use those, cut those out, cemented my joints. Wow! There it is. Now the cement says 24 to 48 hours to cure, but 15 minutes to set. So, I don't know. I might not fill it till later. Not sure about that yet. I'm gonna do some research and see how long I have to wait to run water through the pipes. And that's that. Alright, here's the next part. So I hooked up the water pump here. This is the water pump. Got the line going in for the return bucket. I'm thinking of upgrading for a higher flow. Cemented that. That's all set. I got a ball valve right there for shut off or control the flow. You can do either or. I'm going to cut the holes in the lids of the totes, put my square net pots in there, my 70-liter a minute air pump. Obviously nothing's hooked up yet. See, the light's not even in yet. Alright. I have to seal off the top of this to contain any odor. Okay. I'm gonna have to seal the top of this. We're in a basement, so. Okay. Now, this hole in the floor is actually for the sump for the house. I couldn't have put this anywhere better, because if I have any issues and need to drain, I can just undo that and drain it out right into the floor. And that's that. Let's check on our babies today. Ugly. Took these clones during flowering, and that's what happens. They get ugly like this first, but they hit this certain point where they just freaking take off, and you can't stop them. They grow like 1 to 3 inches a day at some point, so we're waiting for that moment. LSD, still alive, healthy. Bam! Blueberry Widow. Alright. Nice. Alright, day 3 here. Everything here is put together. The cement has settled and cured. See, I got the drip rings in there for when I put that part together. But right now I gotta mount my ballast. So I got everything's ready to go to be plugged in. I just gotta fill it up with water, mount my ballast, plug the pumps in, and put in my air stones, do the air lining, and that should do it. So I had to put these up on some stands. I'm gonna get some bricks to put in there, but I gotta use just a piece of pipe for now to keep that level, because without it, it was tilting downward, so I can't expect the water to flow the way it should. See, I got one on that side too. Just to make sure that everything's even, the pipes aren't leaning. Oh, I'm kind of sick. Excuse me. But yeah, that's it. And I'm whispering because it's early in the morning. Alright. Alright, here it is. Here's the room. I had to take down the metal halide after discussion about saving on costs and things like that. Since the plants are so small and they're in veg, and it's going to be a little while before they go anywhere anyways, decided to switch to fluorescence to save on cost. Using T5s. Both the blue and red spectrums of the T5 bulbs. Max Lume is what I'm using. Got 4 of them there. One of them burnt out, but I'm gonna fucking buy that and switch that out. It's only $7. So what you see in front of you is the Blueberry Widow. She's doing alright. I got a 300 watt CFL right above it. And I've done a plant from beginning to end with this 300 watt CFL, so I'm not worried about that. This will stay like this probably for at least 3 weeks to a month, just to get this plant established. I want to see the roots touch the water underneath the net pot, and I'll open that up for you guys to look at. So you can't really see in there. I have the bubbles going, the air. It's very minimal. Everything is wicked low right now, just to save on cost. Again, they're in veg. They're not going anywhere. It doesn't need the full force of everything going all at once. It was just a waste. There's no need for it. These are clones, 2 White Widow skunk clones that are just in the middle in dirt. Those eventually will go into probably 5-gallon buckets, because there's an empty spot here and there's an empty spot here. and it's only room for 5-gallon buckets. I don't think I'll have room for the totes that I originally planned on doing. Over here was the LSD that was in dirt. I washed off the dirt before it got any bigger, so that was very easy to do. I'll show you the stuff that I used to take away the shock of the transplant. This is all my newts. I organized my newt shelf over here. If you looks familiar from the last videos. But anyways, this shit I bought, the Dynagrow KLN. This will take away the shock and doing all that in the transplants. So that's in there. It survived overnight. It's starting to lift a little bit. I wanted it to lift more, so I made some adjustments today. Like the same thing inside here with this one, so I'm not going to open that one. Got the oscillating fan up top like before. My buddy hooked that up for me, and that's in a perfect spot. I'm not going to change that. That can stay there. Here's my carbon fan, which is shut off for now. Don't need that. Not producing any smell. That goes to outside, and I'm actually going to detach this, and that's going to be my intake for my fresh air to come inside. The exhaust is just going to exhaust into the room because there's no smell coming out of it. It doesn't need to go outside. Then I got another mini clip fan down here as a odor eliminator because I have the gel down here. And we have the basement smell down here, so we just want to try to eliminate some of that basement smell because believe it or not, it does stick on the plant. We've done harvests and smoked the bud after, and you can taste like the basement smell, and we're trying to eliminate that. So this hopefully will change that this time around. If it doesn't, not too concerned because that basement kind of taste smell, whatever. It's not enough to ruin batches or anything like that. It's just there in the background. It doesn't really ruin it or anything like that. So not a huge loss when it comes to that. I had to stop using my commercial pump because it was too loud, and again, I don't need that much power in the beginning, so I just have my basic aquaculture pumps going here. I got 2 of them going. I mounted them to my control bucket. I have my air manifolds, powering the drip lines, powering the air stones. That's that. And that's the system. I upgraded to a 400 or 396 GPH water pump. There was a very high flow in the beginning. The flow seems to have dissipated a little bit. So I'm gonna see if there's anything caught in the line, which I think there might be. But that's that. In the future, I plan on purchasing a 600 watt light system with the hood and with the glass that goes over the fucking light, so I can duct it and suck out the hot air that it gives off. What do you call it? Like inline duct air cool fucking hood vent, whatever the hell you call it. Let's see. Yeah, cool tube. There you go. There's my reflector, there's some ducting, and I just packed all my shit in here. My newts, air pumps, this is the agenda. That's changed, so I'm going to have to update this dry erase board. Here's all my buddy stuff. And this is just the last of the mess that I need to organize. But that's pretty much it. Got about 30 something gallons running in here right now. Alright, so going back on what I was saying, you notice here the water is not touching the bottom of the net pot, and reason being is because see that fucking brown thing right there? It's called a drip line. Hello, that's why you don't need to do that. It sucks up the water and feeds it from the top, and you're good to go. And that'll keep doing that until the roots reach the bottom of the net pot and the roots are touching the water and this little reservoir here. And that's when you can remove the drip line. Alright guys, and that's that. Alright, so another thing I wanted to add guys was there's the roof that I was talking about that I wanted to put in. There, I think I got a better look at it. Those are the sun reflectors that you buy for your car. They're only $5 a piece, so I had some scraps left over. This is what I was using for my walls in my grow boxes, and until I found out about the panda paper here. I don't have enough panda paper to do the roof, but I'm just going to use this for now because it reflects heat as well. And then I have my exhaust.